Hey guys, welcome to the Heat post game. I do apologize that we have not been on for the past couple of days here. Been busy football wise and life's all together. But tonight's game, man, it makes it really tough being an Angel fan after watching a game like tonight, right? And makes it tough to even want to go back to the ballpark. It's September now, pretty much rolling around. Football starts tomorrow. And then the Angels put out a sorry performance like this. And we'll go through it quick here. So Christian Javier had our number through 6 innings. Luckily for us, they take him out, right? Six strong, no hit. There's no adjustments made. I mean, we're just a broken record over and over again. And for those of you who were able to watch the game or bear to watch the game, Angels walk away with 2 hits on this one. Two measly hits. And there's the opportunities there. It's just a lack of discipline. Every game you see from these guys, whether it's pitching wise, hitting wise, it's just a lack of execution and discipline. And I'm not saying that Christian Javier, like, got to give the guy his kudos, right? No hit ball to major league hitters, some pretty good hitters here and there. But no one for the Angels and for average. Mike Trout, yet to be seen. That dude just whiffing right now. They're guessing, absolutely guessing the plate. But today there were just no adjustments made, no coaching done in between. What were you doing differently besides Moncada hitting that ball to center? Right there, splitting the gap, which at one point I even thought that was a catchable ball. But it's just launch angle over and over and over again with these guys. And if you go through this, I mean, the whole time, the hard hit ball, everyone goes, oh, hard hit. Yeah, the fly balls, 95 mile per hour, I know, launch angle, launch angle, launch angle. I'm tired of this, right? Look at what the Astros did to us today. All those hits when they're driving singles in with Jose Altuve, the little mini man, get underneath the ball. That's a guy who should have some launch angle, right? He's already low to the ground. You're going to think that dude's going to pop that ball up. But I mean, their angles, 13-degree launch angle, 33-degree launch angles. Those guys are just putting the bat on ball, swinging down the old school way. And yet the Angels can't make the freaking adjustment. But you see the guys, Jesus Sanchez, and that double that he has, and a sharp fly ball that would went over Tidiosio. How do you say this guy's names? Teodosio, right? That was not a launch angle type swing. That was at that one they had it launched at 23 degree, but the Angels are at 50. 50. Dude, these guys are just they're putting bat on ball at the same time. But here comes the Angels over and over again, going for that launch angle. And this is the type of guy, Christian Javier with the swing and miss type stuff, who's gonna go ahead and dominate you if you're going for that launch angle degree. And but yet, what are we doing? Same time, why are we still watching this team? We are because we love this team. We're here. But you watch this over and over again, and it's like, dude, what? It doesn't make me excited for next year. Doesn't make me want to go back to the ballpark at all this year. I'd rather go spend my money at USC games at this point in time, which I'm probably going to do anyways. But it's just piss poor attempt. And I thought Johnny Washington was doing something special. And yes, I get it, guys. It does happen here, right? Here and there. But I want to see Mike Trout do something different. I want to see him move up in the lineup, or excuse me, not up, move down the lineup instead of up. I want to see him batting eighth. At that point, with him and Christian Moore still playing day in and day out, and Logan O'Hoppe being so hit or miss, I mean, what are we doing? Why don't we send these guys down? Some guys need to go down. Christian Moore needs to go down. He needs to work on stuff. Logan O'Hoppe and Jared Tim said this the best. And for those of you guys that don't follow him, please give him a follow. We've had him on the show before. Great guy. He did say that Travis Darnall and dang it, who's the guy we have in AAA? Our journeyman catcher, Wallach. They are professional enough to handle this squad by far. I think they can. No problem. Let's let Hoppy work on stuff and get ready for next year. And I don't want to hear over and over, oh, he just needs more playing time. Oh, he needs more reps. He needs more at bats. No, we're not getting the results. So until you get results consistently with him or consistency overall from him, even behind the dish, there's a couple times today where you didn't see him work for those strikes back in the zone. And this umpire's all over the place today too. And I can't just say it was one sided only, right? He did it both sides, but the Angels didn't make the adjustments. They took pitches. They waited for it. The Astros went out and got it. Over and over again, we talk about the same things. We sit up there and we're guessing. We're not doing anything at all. The very crucial at that, I thought too, was Craig Kimbrell against Zach Neto. You knew he was going to throw a breaking ball away. You knew he was not going to throw a fastball to you. He'd rather walk you at that point in time. He's having major control issues. Neto was sitting so dead red on that fastball. So dead ready. He was out of his shoes. That's why he tried to hold the swing and couldn't do it. And then sit there and argue with him. I love Zach Neto. Don't get me wrong, guys. I freaking love Neto. But to sit there and argue with him, that's where the coach needs to step in and said, "Hey, get your ass back here. Don't worry about it. You messed up. You went. You can see it right there. The coach all he's got to do is look down or look to his right. They have everything right there in front of them, just like I do today too. Um, they can see. You can see it, right? I was watching, I go right away before they showed the replay, like, dude, he went. You saw it. And to sit there and argue with the umpire just pissed him off over and over again. It's freaking ridiculous. And right now, the slogan, I don't know if I have it up there. It's survive. Remember Roger Lodge at the beginning of the year was thrive and something in 25. We're just trying to survive 25 at this point in time. This is how bad this team is. We are in last place right now. Yeah, we're tied in last place with the A's. I get that. So we're not in sole leadership. But if the A's pull us out, which they have a better team, in my opinion, than we do right now, because they have some young guys who are hungry, who make the adjustments, and they get hits, they get on base, they understand their game. But yeah, we don't understand ours because we're still trying to hit launch angle type home runs, and we're not that type of team. It is great to see Taylor Ward hit 30. It is great to see Joe Adell hit 30. But at the same time, if a home run's going to come once every 10 or once every 15 to 20 at bats, I don't want it, dude. Get on base. I think Joe Adell can be great somewhere else. Taylor Ward, he's a very good hitter, very piss poor defender as we saw today. How the hell in Houston, and it's Houston and Boston for me, that left field is not that big. What was Taylor Ward doing on that sac fly where he's running in? I understand, yeah, oh, you go on to run in and make the play, but he wasn't even really set to throw. He was still kind of running forward as he threw that ball. You see how many guys catch that ball, crawl up it, or do some type of thing like that to get the ball quicker home. That noodle arm there, man. And I was a big proponent of don't trade Taylor Ward because I didn't really know about TOCO so much. I knew about Rada. I think Rada still should be up in September. One of the hot takes that was made today by the Halo Hoedown or over the week. I believe it was them or Fernando himself. But anyways, this dude, I thought, yeah, don't trade this guy. 'Cause who do we have? Well, we do have a couple outfielders now, so I feel pretty good about it. But what was the offer for this dude? This guy should have been gone at this point in time. This is the result you're going to get. He wanted to stay here. Yeah, he's doing great offensively, but defensively, it helps too. Because in a tight game like this, where we need you to step up your defense in a routine fly ball, you should not let the guy tag up and go home. I understand Dubois is a fast guy, but at the same time, make an attempt at a freaking throw that's going to be somewhat competitive. How the hell were you a catcher? I am absolute utter shock to find out that that dude is a catcher. And Demetrio, oh, it revived in 25. Yeah, I did. I thought he had it. This is awful. This is a piss poor showing today. I don't mind losing games that are competitive and close like this, but it's the way you go out on this. You had an opportunity to score runs multiple times, run scoring position with no outs, and you can't manufacture anything. No stolen bases to move these guys. No bunts. I understand. Runners on the corners can't really bunt so much. Bases loaded, yes, but then you get that bat, bases loaded. Joe Adell, where was the approach from the guys before? Get the ball to the outfield. Don't strike out. Get there so we can go ahead and score those runs and live to die another day or another inning. But yet the Angels just can't do that. We refuse to be successful. That's what I honestly believe with this team. It's an utter refusal to want success. And I don't understand why. But again, we go back and I look at Ray Montgomery. This dude's not fit for the job. There's a reason why Washington didn't want him. There's a reason why Clint Hurdle was the guy for this over again. And there's a reason. I don't know what the reason why we're still sitting here watching these freaking team play because we love this team so much and we're here for one another. And Heat Network itself, we're here for the fans, by the fans. We always say you'll catch us at games. You'll catch us even in Texas to watch these games. But it's freaking heartbreak. It's so upsetting to watch this so much because this team has potential to be good. And we're watching slowly, I'm seeing slowly more and more of my inner conscience saying, hey, we're going to blow freaking Zach Neto's years, Nolan Shanaway's years as well. I'm a really big proponent of that. I really think we're blowing these guys' ears because we're not going to sign these dudes. We're not doing what they did to Roman Anthony and all these guys in Boston. Sign these guys young. If I'm Artie Moreno, well, he doesn't give a fuck. But if I'm Marty Moreno today and I have the money to do so, I am signing Zach Neto immediately to $30 million a year, $25 million a year. Bridge that gap so he wants to stay for another 8 to 10 years. Because you need to build around somebody. You did that with Trout, It helped get some guys in, but you got the wrong guys in. You never fix the problem. You never found the right fit with the pitching staff. And we still can't find a pitching staff. Granted, today I will give kudos to when it's due. Absolute gem today by Tyler Anderson after having a kid coming off of that too. I am not a big Tyler Anderson fan. For those of you who have listened before, I don't think he's worth two shits. I don't. But he pitched great today. His problem for me is that he doesn't have an out pitch. He really doesn't. But today his changeup was working, and when it works like that, it complements his slower fastball to 89 miles per hour, which today around the league, if you're not pinpointing your stuff, like how Kyle Hendricks, we've been seeing a lot with him, and Anderson, you will get chilled. And I don't mind having these guys on the team, but you can't have two. Cannot. Cannot have two type of guys like that who barely throw. We throw under 90 miles per hour, heavily rely on these breaking stuff to be great. But he pitched an absolute gem, kept us in the game, kept us competitive, got out of some tight situations. Thanks to Yohan Moncada's heads up play there at third base as well. That's another guy we got to re-sign at this point in time. We're always searching for third baseman. We found a somewhat decent one for us. Let's not let this dude walk. I know his evaluation is going to be pretty huge after this year. Doing pretty well overall, which is going to hurt us because that guy doesn't like to spend money at all, especially with the Skaggs case and everything going on. Yeah, we can say, guys, I know Moncada's hitting 230. I know it. I know he's not great, but he does bring a little bit of relief sometimes defensively. We've been missing that. I mean, how many times did Kevin Newman come up and do it? And he comes up in clutch moments too and gets those hits. Today, breaking up the no-no in the sixth. Pretty clutch moments overall. But then we go to the flip side of that. We have this issue of Mike Trout striking out three times. Christian Moore three times. And I like Christian Moore to a point. I really want this kid to do well. I'm really rooting for this kid, but I don't see why he's playing. Why isn't Louis Renhefo playing? And don't tell me average-wise guys, and we gave him his chance defensively. Defensively, Louis Renhefo is really good at second base. I almost want to say he's a little bit better than Moore. When he goes to third base, yes, Luis Renhefo struggles greatly. He's not a third baseman. He's a second baseman. He goes to the outfield, center field especially. Yeah, struggles greatly. But at least he's getting on base. He's a threat. He's hit 245 hitter for us this year. He works the counts, worked walks. Moore's still struggling to find that strike zone for me. I don't see the potential in him yet. I don't want to call it a wasted pick, but I always look over and I see, okay, who did we miss on? We had guys at Tennessee going through this whole thing. What did I not see in Cam Smith? Right? Can't Florida. I know he's a Florida State kid. They played together. They played against each other at one point in time. Scouts had to be there. Like, what? How do we miss this guy? How did the Cubs get him? Traded him to the Astros. Anyways, but how did they get him? He's hitting a lot better. Not much. He's a 250 hitter, 260 hitter, I believe. But he's not doing that much. Sorry, Moore's not doing that much better anywhere than this guy. This guy plays good defense. He works counts. He gets on base. He gets some clutch hits, especially against us. Um, I don't know. I don't want to say Moore's a miss, but I'm not feeling too confident with him moving forward, especially into next year, guys. I really don't think it's a thing. And we're already talking about next year because we're a last place team. This is it. To make that statement that we did, and I'm sure you guys saw the graphic that was made. This is competitive. If this is it, like what was that? I think Mario said it or somebody said it. It was I'm out. If this is really it, I am out. And it's hard, man. I'm checked out too. I am. It's tough to watch this game. It's tough. We thank you guys all for being here overall too for us because it does help out the network greatly. There's some good things coming this off season. There's a couple things. I mean, these guys doing football as well too. The hockey. We're very excited with the new partnership we have with hockey. But at the same time, we're all met because of the Angels. We're all here because we love this team, and this this is like one of the hardest things. 'Cause this team doesn't love you back at all. Doesn't show any inkling of getting better. And you look at the main guys, and it's mainly Mike Trout, man. I was a big Trout supporter. I don't think you can trade a guy like Mike Trout away. I never thought that before, but more and more and more, I am leaning towards that because if you're not going to do well for us here, you're going to strike out consistently here. Let's move on, man. Go to greener pastures. We're not the fit for you anymore. It's okay. It happens. But let's get something out of the deal. Let's not wait too long before other teams figure out, hey, we can't even fix this guy. We don't even want to deal with that right now. I still think he's good. I think he has a lot of issues with the swing angle not going down. You watch Mike Trout 10 years ago to today in the interviews, he'll tell you he's swinging down. Now he's swinging up. That's all unchangeable. But we'll go ahead today so far and we'll get to the awards. If I can figure those out. And well, you know what? We're gonna start with nachos.
For the worst performance of the night. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
And Nacho Night Award for me tonight is Christian Moore, close second with Trout. If Trout didn't work that walk right there, he really upset to watch him strike out 3 times. But for me, Christian Moore is the guy. I watch this guy play still, and just times just like, what the hell are you doing? I don't understand his approach to the plate, swinging out of his ass, taking pitches. What? Throw down a bunt, dude. If you're not gonna do anything, if you're gonna strike out swinging or strike out looking, do something. You're a college guy. I know you know how to bunt, and I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, this guy's a home run hitter. That's why we drafted him." That's the wrong way to draft. I don't care about home runs. It's great when they happen. Don't get me wrong, especially when it gives you the lead. But you live and die off solo home runs, solo blasts, as we've seen these Angel fans. I mean, and what's a home run? A rally killer. I've been told that plenty of times. Right? Guy bases loaded, guys in scoring position. Someone hits a home run. Pitcher moves on, turns the page, killed the rally. There's no pressure. No one on base anymore. Yeah, you're frustrated as all hell. Don't get me wrong, but this guy, he's just not doing it for me right now. He needs to go back to AAA or even AA. We're not. He's not doing anything for us. He's not facilitating the needs. He's not working on anything too. It just looks more and more frustrating. Yeah, he has grit. I love that. There's potential there, but if you're going to suppress that potential by just strikeouts over and over again in the major league, you're looking at Joe Adell 2.0 right there. Give the kid a chance. Let him work his way up through the system. He's not ready yet. And if you don't believe me, the numbers show it too, especially when he gets outmatched or by a pitcher like this. So until that kid turns the page, and even defensively too, I think he's a liability time to time. I would like to see Rengifo back at second base full time. But let's go ahead and we'll get on to the Stamos.
I need your seed.
Who's got the biggest biceps muscle?
Messed that one up, guys. That's my bad. And the Stamos tonight's got to go to Christian Javier, nobody else. He didn't get the win tonight because the Angels did hold. Anderson did his job. Angels held him scoreless. Stevenson came out as well too, did a good job. But Javier today had 6 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched, no hit ball, had 3 walks. The Angels didn't make those pay for those walks, but he did have 3 walks. Guys were on base. There was plenty of opportunity against him time and time and again. But we bail him out by strikeouts and just bad at bats, bad approaches, and the hitting plan is just off with his team again. It was looking good for a second there, but there's certain guys still, Trout, don't know what you're looking at half the time. I really don't. It's disappointing to see a guy fall so far from the top of his game. Won the MVP, 19, turns it over, 20, shortened season, and it's just never been the same after that. And it's disheartening to see, but it's the reality that we live in right now with Mike Trout and the Angels. But to go through to our pitching staff, man, Stevenson, it was good to see Robert Stevenson come out and pitch well. I wasn't expecting much from him. I really wasn't 100% happy to see him come out right away, and he walked a guy, got a strikeout, but he bared down, gave up 1 hit, looked pretty good. Luis Garcia, he's hit and miss. He is hit and miss. A lot of this stuff too, it's spotting that fastball, spotting those pitches, and some of this, I'm gonna call the this pitch selection, excuse me, on who's calling these. I think again, over and over again, we've had the same problem where we have 1-2 counts, 0-2, 1-2 counts, and we're giving up some big hits and key moments because the pitch selection we have. We're throwing fastballs up high or so far out of the zone, no one's chasing it. then it makes the breaking ball ineffective. At the same time, too, the breaking ball is so far out of the zone, they're not chasing it. Throw something somewhat close on the outside part. Don't always go down the middle. We'd like to throw those changeups down the middle, and that bothers the crap out of me because when you miss a changeup high and you're throwing it down the middle and you want it low, where is it at? Right down the pipe, and these guys are smoking it. I like to work the outside part of the plates, but if you're going to use setup pitches, it can't be so far out of the zone. Like when you come up in on a guy, you want to change the eye level. That's the idea behind the whole thing, right? But when the guy throws so far up, it's not even the hitter can clearly see it's a ball, or it's so far inside of him, they're dodging out of the way. It doesn't change your eye level. Got to somewhat make a competitive pitch, make sure it's a ball, but make sure you hit your spots. It's not that tough overall. I don't think it is, at least, but that's just me. But like for me, like today, Carlos Correa, 2-2 count right there. What's the probability on the pitch right here? Like, why can't we throw this ball away? Work the 3-2 count. I know you don't want to go 3-2 so much, but let's make a better, more competitive pitch. Yeah, I understand he put it to right field and they scored a two-base scored, but we gotta be better. I honestly believe we gotta be better. There's ways to do it, ways to work it and pitch backwards if we have to. But throwing that fastball inside on him there too. Granted, I know it jam shot him. It was lucky. I'd like to see a breaking ball there because he was waiting on that fastball. He still got it off his hands. He really did. I would love to see a breaking ball there. I'm not an awful pitch overall. Sorry, my kid's walking in. Not an awful pitch right now overall, but it's almost bedtime for us. So I apologize for that, guys. Not an awful pitch overall, but I want to. That's where I want to see a breaking ball. I want to see that changeup. I want to see that slider. Something competitive. They're not giving up on the guy. For me, there, I would like to see that ball a little up and in more on the edge, on the in the corner on the block. But we don't hit that there. But we all know what the issue is right now for this team too. It's over and over and over again. It's the same thing.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
And I don't think much is changing until that guy there is gone overall. But let's go ahead and enough of me ranting around on this. We'll go ahead and get to the comments. Sorry, going through all this still. We'll go ahead and get to the comments here. And Dan Rio says, "Hey, I got a notice." What's the notice, Dan? There's some comments that are gone, guys. I do apologize for that. I did see some. Someone said, someone say Stugas? Did I miss it? Hold on. Gotta try to pull this up here. Oh, Spritz the clock. It was Andrew. I'm sorry about that. I switched over. I will find it. Stukas is only if we win, guys. I'm out of it, man. It's been so long since we had to hear that. Well, for me at least.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Spritz o'clock, angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
I love winning, man. I fucking love winning. You know what I'm saying?
Andrew over on YouTube says, failed organization watching this day in and day out, year in and year out, decade in and decade out. And he's absolutely right. With Artie and this regime, it's absolutely been failed. And we talked about this before, where yeah, it was good when he first started, but that wasn't his minor league system. That was the minor league system that was built by Disney, where Disney had these guys in play, had a whole bunch of young guys. So he was able to pull from that while still signing these big free agents. And not all his big free agents hit that he did, right? Torrey Hunter was great. Absolutely. I love Torrey Hunter still to this day. Vladimir Guerrero, worked out for us great too. There's some big signings, but if you watch that whole thing, the Vladimir Guerrero era, we were completely dominating. We had pitching to go to, but that was from Disney. That's when we had the top scouting in there. And once we got rid of that, we can clearly see that's where the issue lies, right? We have no pitching to pull from. All these other teams can go to minor league system, pull a starting pitcher up right now. We can't do it, or we refuse to do it right now because you start freaking Kwanowitz, you knew what you're going to get from that. I forgot we didn't have a post game from that. But you start Kwanowitz, you knew exactly what you're going to get with him, right? I did. I knew it was a dead loss. I go, you gotta be kidding me. If they're up the street in Round Rock um, playing, why isn't Clausen here? Where's Dana or Algarotti? Like there's somebody else to pitch. But you're right. It's never going to stop, Andrew says, and he's absolutely right. Until Artie Moreno is completely gone from this team, and you do a complete revamp from the top down, it's going to be the same result over and over again. And if you're going to say, "Hey, I see a lot of these other pages, man. I don't mean to call people out. I don't like really calling people out 100%, but I do see a lot of these things. Hey, on Instagram. Oh, what about what about what picture do you want here? What's this? What's free agents going to come or should we sign? Who wants to come here? Who? Tell me, guys. Please blow up the comments. Tell me I'm wrong to my face. Prove it. What starting pitcher wants to come here? Frickin' Nick Pivetta. I wanted that guy right away. I was talking on this network over and over again with Todd. He agreed. Fernando agreed with me. Yaz agreed. Dominic, everybody. Halo Joe, James, we were talking about this. This was before Vince. Sorry, Vince, we weren't here last year during this time. We were talking about it, but I said, hey, this is the guy we got to get. We got to go after this dude. He's going to be free agent. That should be one of our top priorities on the list. There's a couple other guys I wanted to. Hendricks was one of them. I do believe that Hendricks could have been good for us. He shows glimpses, but he's too up and down. I was completely wrong about that one. I will eat crow. But Pavetta, lights out. But what happened? Didn't want to come to the Angels. Walker Bueller didn't want to come to the Angels. Jack Flaherty didn't want to come to the Angels. These top quality guys who are A plus or ace type pitchers don't have an interest in coming here to die. They want a competitive team because unless Artie Moreno absolutely goes in and says, "Hey, I'm not only going to sign you, I'm going to sign 2 to 3 other guys to help complement this rotation," and you're going to have offensive production at the same time, which I don't think is going to be a problem with these young guys if we use it correctly. But we're talking about losing Renhefo in free agency. Who's going to replace him? Christian Moore? I don't need a 200 hitter on my team. We got to get something better. If I'm a starting pitcher, I'm not going to. I'm not doing it for me. And you look around, who's hitting for average? Neto's the highest. Trout's just a shell of himself, so you can't really even advertise that anymore. Like I keep harping on Trout, but Teodosio, well, I forgot how to say his freaking kid's name. He's not a bad hitter, not a great hitter. He's not gonna blow the socks off. He's about a 230 hitter, just like Adele is, just like Ward is. They hit the home runs, I get it, but Teodosio is a speed guy. That's the guy you really want. That's a guy who should be really leading off, to be honest with you. Get on base, work the walks, work the counts, bunt if you have to, and let's see what happens. But anyways, Alfonso on YouTube says turning into a less clutch version of Squid or Trout. Excuse me, is turning a less clutch version of Squid. Damn, that's an all-time low to say that. I don't disagree, man. I don't, but it's a little tough to say that. But he's really struggling there, absolutely. But that's a brutal one.
Emotional damage.
Um, Teamer 20 says, this is an organization is an embarrassment. It absolutely is. Because again, we're doing nothing to get better. We're honestly not. When we started Kwanowitz the other night, instead of going with one of the rookies, that pretty much told you right there where this organization stands. They don't care. They really don't. And Bachman was supposed to start, I thought, at one point in time, and they're throwing it back and forth, and he pitches that day, the Tuesday game instead of the Wednesday. There's no plan. There's no long-term plan here. And it's that I'm so happy we posted that graphic. I got a really good one to post, but I was vetoed on it and we don't want to upset anybody, but it's frustration built up as a fan watching this, but yeah. DJ Paz says, what was Simo doing in center field? I don't know, man. I think the kid needs work. I think the kid needs to be sent back down. I want this kid to be great, successful. I really do, but you got to help this kid along the way. And putting him up here too early, it's just not the way to do it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You guys can say I'm wrong. Please let me know, or let me know your opinions. Andrew says, I'm just waiting for Ducks hockey so I can stop watching this organization fail every single year for the past 22 years. 22 years. Yeah. I mean, there's some good runs between there, but couldn't put it all together. 05 was rough. I still think that was a World Series team right there. That ball was caught. Josh Ball, freaking umpires. Marty says, whatever happens, win, lose, or draw, always swing away. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's times though you could lay down a bunt to get guys over, get out of double play, manufacture something, and make the defense make a play at the same time too, because a lot of that helps out. No errors, but that's just me. Saucy says it definitely feels like September. It absolutely does feel like September right now because it's football season for us already in August. So definitely feel like September. They were stubborn tonight, but the offense was just plain dead. They have been for a minute. You know what? They were dead tonight. I absolutely agree. I don't think they've been dead completely because there's been some good games we played over there in Texas where I thought, hey, the opportunities there just couldn't hold it down pitching or just the wrong moves made. But I was trying to. Sorry, I'm trying to technology guys. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I should have paid attention in school more. Oh, I started to zoom. Didn't even do that. Don't know I did. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say 100% dead right now. I don't feel that way. I think this offense has been actually keeping us in. I think it's our pitching that was struggling overall. But I mean, I could be wrong. That's just me, could be a little fanboy overall saying that. But I thought this last series in Texas that plenty of opportunities to be seized just wasn't at the right times. I mean, you go out and you beat. I still don't understand how you can go out and beat DeGrom and then choke it the next two nights and lose to Lance or Lats, whatever, the next night and give all those runs. We're getting hits. We're just not scoring runs. I mean, what Texas beat us with 7 hits the game. Was it game two, 7-3? They had 7 hits. We had 6. So they're not out hitting us completely. We're just not manufacturing those runs. We're not getting the right position. Guys aren't working the counts. We're not getting walks. It's just it's all guessing at that point in time, and that's where you got to come in as a coach and change something. Because of that game, I don't know how many walks it was. I don't know. We had 3 walks. They had 4. They got up in the clutch moments. They got on. They made it happen. We just can't do that over and over again. We harp on that too. So I don't think it's 100%. A lot of that's to do with the coaching. And I don't think it's Ray Montgomery. I do think it's Ray Montgomery not stepping up to the plate and doing the right things. Not to say that Ron Washington was doing any better. I know a lot of people want him back. I don't. It's time to turn the page, in my opinion. I mean, we already seen what we're going to get with him. Until the organization's willing to make a change as a whole for him and build a team that fits his narrative, I don't think he helps us out. I think it's time to turn the page and get a young guy in here and say, hey, whoop these guys' ass a little bit. All these guys and get them together and play again. Albert Pujols type, a Torrey Hunter type, a hitting coach, an actual hitter who's the manager would be great. And those guys have a lot to lose, right? Coming as manager, Ron Washington. What's the narrative going to be? It was the Angels. It was a down years. Trout sucked. No Otani. No this. No that. So that's why he struggled there. But these new guys, they're gonna have a lot more to prove. They can't use that there. Um, Halo boots. Yeah, the emoji. Sauce says ready for SC football. I'm so ready for tomorrow. I can't wait. I know it's a walk. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Should be a walk in the park tomorrow. But can't wait for USC football. I'm pumped for that. Dan Rio says umpire did suck though. Strikes were called on the outside and low on us, but not them. It did, and it really altered a lot of the at bats for the team. But at that point in time, I'm from the old school way where if that's happening to you, don't give an opportunity to make that call. You're taking too many pitches too. We were taking a lot of pitches that were actual strikes, and then there's pitches out of the zone that were balls. They're calling strikes. It was messing us up, messing the whole flow and the mojo up. But the Angels got to figure it out, and that goes on Johnny Washington right there to make the adjustments. And we did not do that tonight, clearly. Trout needs, or Mike Trout needs to be benched or get some glasses. Maybe the guy just can't see. Fondo says something's wrong. I mean, I think it's a launch angle swing. I think his first move. If you guys watched, there's old baseball tonight. I don't know if you guys can really see me on the screen. Old baseball tonight, where he said, "Hey, everything I was down, hitting down, down." That's how you hit the ball. Hit down on the ball. But then all of a sudden the narrative flipped a little bit. They want to see more home runs. And what happened? Everyone goes, "Hey, you want a launch angle, a launch." And all of a sudden you see Trout now. Instead of coming, Trout's hands used to be up and he used to be able to come down on the ball. Now you watch him hit. His first move is drop that back shoulder and he comes down. That's just me. And I played. I was a pitcher. Don't get me wrong. I did help coach, but I paid attention to all these guys, the hitting coaches talk. I want to know what they were telling when we were playing. I want to know what the hitting coaches were telling our guys to do because I want to know what the other guys are doing. I try to use it as an advantage any way I could to try to get a little scouting report going. I mean, I wasn't the best. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I played, wasn't the best, but I took every little advantage I could to be successful. Because sometimes you have to do, you're not overpowering stuff. You don't have the A+ breaking balls and everything. You got to outsmart the guys, right? Got to be like the professor, like Greg Maddux, how and Hendricks is. You got to work the advantage. But now watching Trout, that's exactly what it looks like to me. I mean, it's fastball up, he can't do it. Why? Launch angle swing. If you throw it down low or breaking ball and it hangs there, yeah, that launch angle swing's going to get it. Or a fastball lower. That's why he likes to fish those out because that launch angle swing helps that plane where exactly where it's at. But the secret's out on him where to throw. Breaking balls away, fastballs up and in because you're setting him up the whole time. That's just my personal belief. Luke Johnson says team is cursed until shithead already sells. I absolutely agree, 1,000%. That's a winning comment right there. Saucy says going to the 66ers game on Thursday, or sorry, anybody going to the 66ers games on Thursday. I would love to go out there, man. It's hot. It's far from me though. I'm on the South Bay area. Over here where I live. So it's a hour drive for me for Angel Stadium. I don't know how far it would be from here to there, but imagine hour 45, hour 30. But good cause. But it's hard to even go support them right now. After watching this, it makes you not want to do anything baseball wise. It makes you want to turn the page to football and hockey. And that's what a lot of these fans are doing. Alfonso said, "Is Papa Fox hanging in with the Halo Bros, Gavin and Roger Wad?" Todd might be doing. No, Todd has some things to do today. He wasn't feeling well as well today, which I hopped on. He had every intention though of being on the post game. He's been busy the past couple days. Today's not feeling well, so he will be back, I believe, tomorrow. If not, get stuck with my ugly mug again. Nah, I'm at the SC game. No, I don't know. You won't get stuck with me. I lied. The game's at 5 o'clock. But yeah, he will be back though. Demetra says we're 5-25. If I hear that one, hey, remember that? Everyone was pumped up, it's coming in. We're all there for opening day and Angel Stadium. The second week, of course, as normal. I will be next year as well too. Yeah. If you hear that one more time, yeah, I forget what it was. If somebody can let us know what it was, that was a funny one. Sorry guys, I'm going back and forth. Thought I had a comment here. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight says, "Hey everyone, happy Friday." It is not. I mean, happy Friday to you, Daniel, man. It is not a happy Friday for us here. Andrew says, "Game was so terrible. Not even Todd wants to be live." Todd wanted to be live, guys. He did. Again, he's not feeling well. He will be here. Alfonso says, "Niners and USC football. Can't wait. Can't wait for our home game at Levi South." Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on SC football. Niners. I got Ricky Purcell on my fantasy team. I hope he's good. I hope he turns out to be number one receiver there and does well for me. But that's the only Niner I'm really watching this year. I tried to draft Kittle, couldn't get him. But EQ says, "How the fuck do you bobble fucking balls so many times? How many times does anyone have to look down there middle just to see when there's a freaking meatball down there?" Oh, I have to look down the middle to see a meatball there. It's the hitting plan. I don't know what they're looking. They're looking off speed when it should be in fastball counts and fastballs and off speed counts. They're up there purely guessing sometimes. That's what I feel like. Where these guys have a predetermined, preconceived notion of what's going to happen. That's their swing. Off that, I absolutely agree with you. But yeah, that bobbing that ball that many times was, yeah. Simo's not a guy that I'm happy with right now. Josh says Simo was ass. I agree. I think the moment's too big right now for him. I really do. I don't think the Angels are really helping him out 100%, and it's not 100% on him. Overall, the organization needs to fulfill their needs here and there, but you have Luis Rengifo. There's no need for Simo to be up right now. When Yohan Moncada is back, bench Christian Moore, send him back down and get his reps in, and let Luis Rengifo take over, please. Anderson hopped on the sticky stuff. He was rubbing the white stuff on his hand, and he had elite movement on his changeup. He did, and that's what it is. It's the out pitch. I've said it over and over again, right? We just talked about this. His changeup works. He has no out pitch if that changeup's flat, which 99% of the time this year it's been completely flat. That's why I'm not a big Tyler Anderson fan, because he doesn't throw for me hard enough for his changeup and fastball differentials. I thought it a couple times. I could have been mistaken. I thought it was a changeup. I couldn't tell if it was a fastball. It was at 85. I think his fastball's like 87 to 89. That's not a big difference to the hitter's eye. Granted, the ball is dying a little bit more, but he needs to make the adjustments. That's why I think he's getting shelled so much. It's pretty easy to sit back there, the off-speed pitch and the fastball being the same exact freaking speed, especially when it's flat like that. But he did something right today, and I'm happy with it. I'm not happy with him overall. I don't want him back as an Angel. I really don't. I think he's done. He had a subpar year the first year. I wasn't big on him. Uh, just to begin with, I said he was a bad pickup with him. And it was Suarez. No one here really believed me until proof was in the pudding. Yeah, Anderson pitched well last year, but then they figured him out, carried over to this year. He's looked like crap to me. Um, Teamer 20 says, oh, something that Josh has lost it. Josh would be a superstar already if he didn't play for the Angels. Oh, Simo? I don't know. That's a bold statement. Yeah, I mean, you could be right. You absolutely could be right. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's just my personal belief. RD Sucks says Mike Trout is not hitting 400. He will this year, probably. I think he will. He'll do it at home sometime at the end of the year, cupcake games where teams are just trying to get through the season, trying to end it overall. If the A's come to town or the Astros don't want to make a big splash already in playoffs and they don't need to make a push anymore that last series. Just throw some little meatballs out there and see what he can do. Uh, Alfonso says, "What happened to the team that swept the Dodgers and had some cojones in the first half? It's completely gone. I mean, a lot of it can be contributed to Ray Montgomery being the manager at the helm and not Washington. And we didn't really make adjustments where other teams made adjustments and got players back and forth to get better. We really didn't. We got Andrew Chafin and Luis Garcia. Those guys weren't the guys we needed. We really needed starting pitching. We needed guys to come up and shove it up your ass and shut down teams like was done to us today. And I hate to use profanity, and I should be careful of my kid being out, but that's what we needed. We really needed starting pitching, and Kikuchi to that's another thing too. I know it wasn't really touched on that post game. Kikuchi working on his a new pitching grip in the middle of the season, at the end of the season, in a game that you really should want to win. Not the time. Not the time. I don't care how good you thought it looked before. He pitched well the outing before, and then you change his grip completely and come out and pitch. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But the team that's I don't know, team that faced the Dodgers. Everyone they're gonna say, "Oh, it was your World Series. That's why you played well." Da, da, da. No, we shoved it up your fucking ass. Is what happened. We executed pitching. We were all over your pitchers with our hitters there right away. We knew what to expect. I seemed like our scouting report was much better, but then all of a sudden we get complacent. We don't start generating our own offense. And offenses, guys, they do go stagnant. It's Major League Baseball. It happens to everybody. Offenses will go stagnant. It's up to the manager at that point in time to actually do his job, manage the situation, and try to manufacture runs anyway, anyhow. We don't do that. Or the hitting coaches come in and make the adjustments for the guys mid games. We don't do that. No, I don't see anybody really helping us out. Johnny Washington here and there, you can say maybe, but a game like this, where was he? There was no adjustments to be made. Are you effing kidding me? There was plenty today. Sit back. Look for the fastball. Take the ball opposite way. And I don't understand this one too. This gets me all the time. Derek Jeter and Tony Gwynn, I thought, did a great job of this. They always try to hit a fastball to right center field. Every pitch, they thought, they go, hey, I'm going to fastball. I'm going to right center field, no matter what. And then if the breaking ball came, where was it? They're either pulling down the left field line, or if they're the left, or if they're just a little bit on time or directly on time up to center. It was the right notion to have. It wasn't this launch angle BS, but everyone else is looking for that home run right now. Try to get it with one swing of the bat instead of getting base runners on. Josh says Simo doesn't have the exit velo or the bat speed to be legit home run hitter without elite hitting skills. I agree with you 100%. I think a college bat, the aluminum bats and all that stuff help him out a lot with those home runs, and it's just different. It's different style. Major League to SEC. I know the SEC is great, but conference-wise in college, but it's a different ballgame in the pros. Absolutely is. We see it all the time, right? We see great hitters fail. Look at Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn was one of the best hitters, Golden Spikes Award, or the best hitter. Struggled greatly until they released him. Brewers came in, they fixed him, helped him out a little bit. But what was it? It was a coaching change that got him there. It was a different outlook on it because what he was doing from his college days to pros wasn't working for him anymore. But you get the right coach there, the right adjustments are made. He can be a good hitter. That's what I feel like the issue with Simo is. Already said that I'm afraid Simo's going to be a bust. So am I. Mudwater said, should Mike Trout retire? No, absolutely not. I don't think so. He's too young. It will go down as the biggest, from one of the biggest careers, the biggest failures ever. And I don't think he has it in him to quit like that. I do think he needs adjustments, but I think that comes from the coaching staff too. We're not supplying this guy with the right things. You can tell me, how is Aaron Judge getting better with age? Different hitting coach seeking outside help. Why isn't Mike Trout seeking outside help? And if he is, at one point in time, I believe he went with Taylor Ward's guy. Why? Why are you going with that guy? You have all the money in the world. You're the third highest paid player in baseball, maybe the fourth now because of all the contracts been pouring in. Dude, go spend your money. Stop building freaking golf courses with Tiger Woods. I can give two shits about that. I want you to win games. I want you to be an angel and win. But if you're not going to be here, if you don't want to win, and you're not going to work at your craft to be better outside of this too, especially in the off season. I understand you're a dad and all that stuff, but you got to work on your stuff, man. If not, get out of here. I don't want you here. You're just bringing us down. Because you mean to tell me that Nelson Rod can't do better than what you're doing right now? Or Teodiso can't? Or there's some other young guy we have there, Lugo? Those guys are going to be a little bit more hungry. They're going to show a little more grit. They're not a liability on a base path. You can put them out in DH, you can put them out in the outfield, and it helps us out. With Trout right now, I don't think he should retire, but I think he needs a lot of help. Teamer 20 says no legit free agents signing with the Angels. I agree 100%. That's why I don't like I said, I don't like calling out pages, but when I see that on Instagram stories, the guy saying that, you're dreaming. I would love to win the lottery. I would love to never work another day in my life, right? And spend time with the family, travel around the world. Yeah, it sounds great, but stop dreaming. Let's be realistic about things. I need to work. We all need to work to make a living, right? For those of you who are retired, I'm very jealous, but you guys are well deserved. You guys had to do what you had to do. But yeah, I don't think anyone's signing with the Angels. I mean, Dylan Cease, everyone's talking about all this stuff. Oh, we need this guy. We pitching wise. I think Michael King would be the guy to go after personally, but I don't think he's coming to the Angels. That guy can go sign anywhere right now and be great. But with Soriano being our ace, I think next year, Kikuchi being a number two guy, there's not many guys who are going to want to come in and say, "Hey, like those are my guys behind me." I don't know. You're going to need to change a lot, and you're going to need a lot more bullpen help too. And what are you going to do offensively too when all these guys are gone, expired contracts? Um, Josh says Kyron Perez is the future of the Angels at second base, not Simo. You're brutal. Oh, that's brutal. I mean, at one point in time, you could say that, but right now, man, Simo might be a little mad at you for that one.
How dare you? How dare you?
But Daniel Brito says organization is pathetic. No idea or plan what they're doing. Does nothing get better with There's nothing to get better, excuse me, every year. With no trades, Ward will never have a better year. Jansen is over. And Adele is average. Oh, Hoppy too. I do agree with you. We probably should have traded. I mean, we should have traded these guys, obviously, just like we should have traded Otani. Now, having been said that we don't make those changes, it's Artie Moreno. Everyone wants to blame Perry, but at the same time, it's hard to believe 2 years or two trade deadlines in a 5-year span that deals were ready to go. All other GMs confirmed that things were ready to happen, and all of a sudden the narrative changed. All of a sudden they started winning again, and the trades didn't happen. How can you blame that on the GM? You really can't. Yes, he knows what he signed up for. Don't get me wrong, especially with Artie Moreno. But at this point in time, where can he really go? He really hasn't done great things overall with the Angels. He's been good. He's been decent, but hasn't done great things to go score another job as a GM. So I thought the best thing was double down and see if he can help Artie change his mind. Didn't do it again. It would have been a hot market for all those guys you just named there. I don't think Adele's average. I'm gonna stand up for Joe Adele a little bit. I think Joe Adele is a great baseball player. Um, I don't think he's gonna be a 300 hitter. Don't get me wrong. I think a 260 to 270 hitter to 30 home runs. If you start letting him run again, steal bases, I think he'll get the 15 to 20 stolen bases as well. But I just feel like the Angels hold him back overall. That's just my opinion, though, too. Jansen is older. He hasn't really fit us at the rebuild. I agree with you. Ohapi needs a lot of work too, and he's not getting it. That's why I do believe he needs to be sent down. And let's let Travis Darnold and Wallach handle the rest of the year. I think they'll be just fine. But our future does hinge on him, Ohapi, right now. You made some trade to get him. Got rid of, was it Marsh at the time to get him? So it's got to work out for us right now, unless you move him deadline. But I also think these guys can be good too, going elsewhere. You get rid of that launch angle swing, get a good hitting coach with them. Oh, Hoppy is struggling defensively as well, though, too, with the new style of catching, which you can clearly see he was not a part of at that point in time. But it'd be interesting to see. Double Down says Brody Brazil made a video on how terrible the Angels are. I don't know who that is. I gotta look it up. Send it to us. Send it to the Instagram if you don't mind. Todd will see it or someone will see it, and then take a look at it. Already made the Angels a poser LA team. He absolutely did. Absolutely did. It's sad. Andrew says Johnny Washington has ruined every single one of our hitters, man. I want the guy fired the second we step into the offseason. Yeah, it's time to move on. It is time to move on. Oh, Teamer, my bad. Teamer said he was talking about Adele being a superstar. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He's not a superstar. I think he's an average guy. I see what you're saying now. That's my fault. I misread that. Yeah, you're right. He's an average guy. He is. It doesn't help that we messed with him, moving him around. I do think he's pretty good. I really want that guy to be a superstar. And my fear is always with Adele, if he goes to a different team with better coaches, better analytics, and more of a training facility too, that he can be that superstar. I really do. I have a lot of faith in Joe Adele. I really do. I don't think we've helped him at all, to be honest with you. And I do think that he's a type of guy who can be a game changer on another team, who can help elevate that team, especially let's say he goes to the Dodgers, the Phillies, somebody with a very good background on the hitting side of it too, with the hitting coaches turning guys around and fixing them. He's the type of guy I can see be elevated to the next level just by simple changes, little things here and there. That's just my personal belief there too. See, Archangel says any chance of Dean Chance back, of getting Dean Chance back? I don't know. There's not much chance of anything. Like Demetrius says right there, the Angels are going to suck in 26, and it's true, man. I mean, you look at that season. Someone said too, and I'll never forget that on Instagram that we're going to be done by April, and it's true, man. We're going to be a football team by midsummer. It's going to be football season for us, and how sad is that? Because I do believe that the Angels, we have a good fan base, guys. We do. Believe it or not, you don't see it there, but a lot of fans are really struggling to go to the ballpark to support Artie Moreno. Say screw this team, not supporting this guy until he's gone. And a lot of former players and veterans feel that way too about Artie Moreno. So it's not just us as fans, and it's very tough to say when, especially when Dodger fans go, "Oh, we sell out all the time." I don't want to hear that bullshit because I remember the 2000s, the 90s, 2000s. The Dodgers were not two shits. They weren't good at all. They're making playoffs, getting bounced the first round. To be true, dude. Give me trouble with that one. They're getting bounced in the first round, and if you go to the stadium on any given night, it wasn't a sellout. Don't give me that BS. It's always a freaking sellout. I mean, yeah, you're selling tickets beforehand, but there are games you walk in there now, and you look around. It's like this isn't a sellout, but they're calling it. Same thing with Angel Stadium. Frustration builds up. Fans are not going to support a losing team, a losing owner with a loser mentality. And you can't blame the players 100%. I get that, guys. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of these guys are complacent with being okay. Like Mike Trout, he's just complacent with being okay. He'll say no in the interviews, but don't talk. Do something. Let me see it. Go get that outside help. Tell him to fucking drop you in the order. I don't understand that, especially when he came back from the injury early in the year. He was batting fifth. He was tearing the cover off the ball. Pressure was off. Seeing better pitches. Put him back down there. Why he's batting two? Why is he batting three? For 3 strikeouts a game, 2 to 3 strikeouts a game. You're not a number two hitter. Definitely not a number three hitter. You got to go down. Because if Teodosio and you are getting the same amount of strikeouts and this dude's hitting better average wise, I'd rather see him there. to be honest with you. And forgot to mention Nico Cadavis. That's how bad of a state we are, guys. That we can't even fill a fucking first base. I would have moved Taylor Ward to first base and bring in another outfielder, bring Lugo in. That would be my 2 cents overall on that. Or if even Lugo could play first base too, because he's a third baseman by craft, I believe. Um, we got to do something. We got to manufacture. Because you look down at 268 hitter. Excuse me, a 268 hitter is leading your team in average. That's insane to think about. I mean, I think he's a great player though too, Zach Neto. I think he's elite. Um, but then you look at down too, and everyone talks trash about Renhefo, but that's your next highest average hitter is Louis Renhefo. And he plays good second base. Get the Simo out of there until he figures it out. He's not ready. Absolutely not ready. Just like Kikuchi, dude. That was a bad signing. But let's see. Arcade. Sorry, Argado got me on that one there. Josh says, I think Adele can hit 270 with 45 home runs, and I'm a firm believer with that, man. I'm with you on that. I think the average could even be higher. Get the right hitting coach in there, make a little adjustments. The home runs will be lower in it too. But I really have a lot of faith in Joe Adele. I think he's turned the corner. He put some great at bats together. Today, even though that strikeout happened on that 3-2 count, it was ball four, by the way, too. He got hosed in that call. One of those. But the guy works it. He works it. He works the counts. He's getting better every single day. I know guys complained. Somebody complained on it. I made a comment on one of the things, one of the posts that we had, and someone complained saying, "Oh, it's year 7 for him." He was an 18-year-old kid. I actually went to Inland Empire back then, and I watched him play. So I was so excited as before Trout signed the deal. I was like, "Hey, I don't know if Trout's going to stay." I mean, the Angels kind of going down, weren't really showing glimpses of doing much overall. Pujols was sucking it up. Yeah, we had some good young guys, but letting Trout walk wasn't the worst thing overall. But it kept us freed up some money for us and everything. We're eating contracts left and right. Last thing we needed was another big contract. But anyway, so I went out there to watch this guy play. He was 18 at the time in single A, and he was tearing it up. He looked good. Confidence was there. He had the swagger about him. And that swagger that he had then, I see this year. You saw glimpses of it last year too. He looks more like himself. He looks more comfortable. But for people giving him a hard time, 18 years old, oh, year 7, year 8, he's doing good finally. But he's still 25. Look at that's a huge, huge win for us overall. What is he, 25, 26, guys? I forget how old he is. But he's still young. Still young to make an impact. Where I still think too, if he goes to the right team, I'm with Josh. I think he's a 45 home run guy. He's a 30, I won't say 45. I think he's a 270 hitter with plus 30 home runs, maybe 40. I honestly believe that. I truly believe this guy has what it takes. I do think the Angels fail him. That's just my opinion overall too. But if that ends up, I think that might be it, guys. Hey, thank you guys all for showing up to the post game. Everyone here, I know if you guys can, please like, subscribe. Um, any little thing helps out. We appreciate you guys coming out here and listening to this. It is very tough to do so too, especially you're losing. You got a last place team on our hands once again. And this team, last place team's not going to benefit so much because we cannot get a higher draft pick than number 10, I believe. So, um, Rob from Halos in the Infield, tune in to all week too, guys. We still got shows coming in. And please, if you guys can, we have other shows popping up too. You will catch everyone around. Dominic, Todd, this is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. It's going to start on Tuesday. Please follow our new hockey podcast as well. Sorry, Archangel says Trout has the personality of a beige wall. And Mike Trout has the personality of a dial tone. He's a change guy. I mean, as he got older, I don't know what helped him or what hurt him overall, but I see the difference what you're saying right now. He looks dry. Looks very dry, very complacent, but then you see him at the freaking Phillies game, he's showing more life than anything. I know that the Halo Boys takeover, he showed a little bit of life in the dugout when they're chanting his name, but dude doesn't look himself. Dude doesn't look comfortable. When you look uncomfortable in your own skin, usually something's going on mentally. I don't know, or I hope not. It's not that fact, but it's up to the Angels as well to help him out, right, and figure things out. But yet again, here we are, not doing that. But yeah, we have a lot coming in store for you guys. A lot of partnerships around. Please check everyone out. Again, like, subscribe, find us here every day of the week. You guys can pretty much find the show here. This is Rob though from Halos and Infield. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully Todd's back tomorrow. You guys have a good night and enjoy College Football Saturday.